Oh, it was wonderful. You know, we weren't in the new school yet. We were still over at the Cornwall building. And it was a very unique situation, combining with students that you really didn't know. But I think it worked out just fine. We had a wonderful class, wonderful times, wonderful memories. I can remember I was a cheerleader always in high school, and our football field, of course, was nothing like this. We played behind the Bluebird Inn over there off the Cornwall Road. That's where our football field was. All the parents would drive in, drop the kids off and everything, but it was behind the Bluebird Inn. You went back in there. So it wasn't an official stadium, but it was what we had to play our football games in. And there were a lot of good athletes, and I think bringing both the schools together made us have some really good teams. And we had good basketball teams, we had good baseball teams. It was unique being there at the school with everyone. I think everyone had a good time and got to know each other and made new relationships. A blend of teachers, some that we knew, some that we didn't know. You know, but that seemed to work out fine. No, there was just one teacher, Mrs. Yakovich, who was in charge of English, and she did the plays and she did the cheerleaders, and she was such a dynamic person. She could talk anybody into being in her plays, I think. You know, she would just get you in there and get you to do what she wanted you to do. She got me into the play. They were doing Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. And unfortunately, I did not play the blonde. I played the Jane Russell piece, and she kept saying, oh, come on, try. So we had tryouts, and by gosh, I got in it, and you know, it was lots of fun. I was fortunate to have a sister grow up a year ahead of me, so she was the last graduating class from Cornwall. She was just a year ahead of me. So we had good times. I know one thing happened the one time to me. My sister was a senior and she was getting pictures taken for prom queen or something or other. And she came up to our math teacher, I think his name was Mr. Marr, knocked on his door and asked to see me. And he said, your sister's out in the hallway. And I said, well, what does she want? He said, I don't know, she wants to talk to you. So I went out. She said, oh, I wore 2 different shoes today. I need your shoes to get my pictures taken. She said, give me your shoes. And she was one of those persons last minute out of the house. She just grabbed whatever, and I was always ready. So she came, and Mr. Marr, whoever it was, said, what did she want? I said, she wanted my shoes. So I gave her my shoes, and she went and she had her picture taken, and she brought them back. With always being a cheerleader, cheering at the different events. But I do remember then, I don't know how they do it today, probably the girls and boys don't even go on the same buses. Mr. Firestone, who was the basketball coach, all the boys had to sit in the back and all the girls had to sit up front around the drivers and the coaches and stuff. And the coaches were like the dividing line. But we all went on one bus. He loaded the guys in the back and he kept the cheerleaders in the front. I think we played up at the Hershey Arena. We were in the state quarterfinals or something the one year, and I remember cheerleading up there and playing up at the old, you know, the old center, the old arena. And we had a powder puff football game our senior year, where the girls wore the guys' shirts and we competed against each other. We had 2 teams. I forget who we were playing that night, but we had Friday afternoon, we shirted up and we had a team, and I was on the winning team. I was the winning quarterback. Right on.